What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. It is do or die time for Lahore in this tournament. A win here, we go through. A loss, we are heading home, and it is our season done and dusted. As I mentioned at the end of last video, we did finish 4th, which means now we need to play through the semi-final. We're taking on the 3rd place United here, and then we need to get through. We win that, we play the preliminary final, which is a loser between 1 and 2, and then if we win that, we play the winner of 1v2. So we've got a long, hard road ahead of us. We haven't made it easy on ourselves. We really should have finished in that top 2, especially with the way we started the season, but not the case. We were made captain last time around. We have now been dropped again. So I don't know what's happening with the bloody captaincy merry-go-round in this Lahore team. It's just crazy. I honestly don't understand how you can be so up and so down with your captains, like changing around. Like Azir Ali didn't miss the last game. It wasn't as though, you know, he was out injured or he's being rested or anything like that. He just wasn't playing, and I don't know why. I mean, we lost one game. We started off the season very well with all those wins, obviously, and direct hit would have been close. It would have been interesting. But we have played out 5 dot balls here, which is very good. Bowling inside the power play, which is something we haven't done a whole lot of in this career mode. Normally we have been more saved for a death specialist. And what a shot that is from Latif. Last ball just rocks onto the back foot and absolutely whips it away with the wrists over cover. Still only 4 off it. So we'll definitely take that good start, that good over, and we'll just need to keep trying to build from here, try and contain. We are going to be chasing, which, you know, kind of goes against, I guess, my theory when it comes to knockout games and playoff games. I'm one of those guys, I mean, it doesn't make much of a difference here because we're just playing against an AI. But scoreboard pressure, you know, you put runs on the board, you have to get a good score first, mind you, and then you can go and build from there. But hopefully we have enough. Hopefully we can get the chase done. We have been pretty good so far, it must be said, with the bet this season. Azir Ali's been good. Bravo's been good. Both those guys picking up hundreds, actually, in the tournament to date so far. So hopefully they can do the same here. And we are just going to need to... I'm going to try and mix it up a little bit. You know, outswingers is basically the stock standard ball that I go for. Going to try bowl some inswingers. It worked for us last time. I'm just trying to think. Maybe not last time. Maybe the time before we went out and actually clean bowled someone. But there's another boundary for Latif. So after that pretty good first over, it has, I wouldn't say turned to custard, but there is 10 coming off the second one already. And there is only a couple of balls left. But I think we may have found our go-to. I think those cutters are going to be very effective here today. Because that one there took a whole heap of turn. So hopefully it can do enough. And in fact it is. The cutter works, boys. And we get Latif. So that's a big wicket. He was starting to get a move on. Masood gets the catch again. And... off-cutters, boys. Off-cutters, leg cutters. Overpowered in this game. Cross-seam deliveries. Just slower balls seem to go and get the job done. They have lost their first one, but in comes Misbah al-Haq. So it isn't going to get much easier from here with Tuk Tuk in now. We can now finally... What kind of... Oh, you know what? I'm going to rock with this field. I'm going to rock with it. I'm going to rock with bloody... I wouldn't even call that guy a fly slip. He's a very wide gully, you would say. But I do think we need to change that because that nudge down the ground, very easy to pick up just the one. But yeah, hopefully we can... I honestly do not understand this field. There we go, that's better. Backward point. It's a much better field. Much better. We'll go to the lead cutter. I mean, it does seem to be turning quite a lot, and there seems to be a lot of cut from the pitch. And to be honest, I don't really mind these singles going down because they have started off with a hiss and a roar. We did pick up that wicket last over. And I think we just need to keep going. I've forgot to change my field again, but that's alright. Just nudging down the ground. It's too easy. Too easy, boys. Might have to go for the short off-cutter. The bouncer off-cutter. Don't even... I honestly do not know how that would work, but anyway. Right, back to the off-cutter. We really want to try and get this guy playing on that offside, getting that mistimed shot. Yeah, just like that. That is exactly what I'm talking about, exactly what I'm looking for. Just that one that they try and hit over the top, mistime, and it goes to one of those 2 men in close. We've got, I guess, a short third man or even just a third man. And then we do have that other guy, and we grab ourselves an inside edge from Khan. And this really has been, this bowling spell has been just a story of basically 3 different overs. So the first over we were really good. We only went for 4. The second over we got taken to, but we did pick up the wicket. And then this one here has only gone for 3. So off-cutters are really working. I would love to see Mr. Dwayne Bravo coming in and having a bowl here. Just to... yeah, I just think that he could be very effective on this pitch. He's a guy who, you know, obviously vastly experienced 2020 player. His stock ball now is really the slower ball, like the cutter, the off cutter or the leg cutter, and he goes for that quicker one as the change-up, which, you know, it's not the worst thing to do in the world. It's worked for him. It's been effective. So why change it when it is working? So hopefully we can manage to try and pick something up here. Big swing and a miss from Khan. I don't know if that one took the edge. I don't think it did. But that is very effective for us. And just like that, boys, we get another one. So Khan is gone. And that, I mean, we can't ask for much more than that. Why have I not been bowling these off-cutters the whole bloody season is my question. Because they really are working wonders for us. They're really working well. And we just need to keep it up. We're 2 for 17. And it's a nice shot there from Baba Azim. I rate this kid. I think he's very, very good. Had a difficult series when he came to New Zealand. But as a one-day player, he is an absolute gun. And I think he's going to be very good. First drop for Pakistan, it must be said. I still think he's only young. I think he may have only just gone into his 20s. Either that or he may possibly still even be in his teens. So... a lot of time left for him to develop his trade, develop his ply, whatever you want to call it. And we are going to budge in that one out. So at the end of 10, 2 for 79, you'd have to say the game probably a little bit in United's favour at the moment, just with those 8 wickets left in hand. But we finished 2 for 18 off our 4 overs. And we are going to get a bat here today, boys. So we're going to get a chance to prove we deserve that captaincy. We've been batting well lately. We've got that, I mean, the strike rate's still 120, so it's not flash. But it is definitely on the mend and on the improve. So hopefully we can continue. No time in there against Badri. We have lost 4 wickets though inside the first. Whoa, man, I can't believe we lost 4 wickets inside the space of the first 8 overs. I was going to say the first over, but we do only require 100 off 74, and we do have Umar Akmal in. So I'll look to get him on strike. Look to make him the aggressor. Ifran, I was going to say Imran, but Ifran, very strange to bowl a full ball. This is a guy, he is absolutely massive. Like, he is a monster of a bowler. You know, basically anything, even that is on a good length, is going to probably be a short pitch delivery for most standard batsmen, it must be said, because he is just an absolute monster among men. He is honestly just huge. He is so big. But now that we do have time, now that Badri has come into the attack, I am going to talk about some Champions Trophy that did go on last night. So India taking on Sri Lanka, the battle of the 2 Asian nations. And now India got off to a really good start. Shikhar Dhawan scoring 100. I think Rohit Sharma hit 50. There's a lot of people saying it was going to be an absolute massive opening partnership for the Indians. Similar, I think, was it Dravid and Ganguly? Possibly, that had a massive partnership against, who was it against? I think it was against England once upon a time. Oh, please, I was going to say don't run out Umar Akmal. He is the key player in this chase. But it wasn't quite the case. They did still manage to get 300 plus, which seems to be about par for this tournament, it must be said. 300s are just being scored with pretty much relative ease most games. And Sri Lanka actually chasing it down. So I think Mendes coming at number 3 had about 80 odd. Angelo Matthews hit a 50, and they did get there. So what that does for the dynamics of Group B is it does make things very, very interesting, because after 2 games, everyone is on 1 win and 1 loss. So what that means is essentially these last round games, and I'm not too sure who's playing who. I think South Africa possibly playing India and Pakistan playing Sri Lanka. What that does mean is those games there are essentially quarterfinals. You'd have to say the winner of those 2 games, unless there's some kind of massive, I don't even know, unless there's some kind of massive upset or, you know, something funny happens, the winners of those 2 games are going to probably head through into the last 4. So that's very interesting. I did go through the Group A scenario on... when was it? It might have been on Wednesday. I think I went through what would happen with the results. So New Zealand are taking on Bangladesh tonight. So that's a must-win game for both of those teams. And then they kind of need to hope that... oh, that's a good shot. That's a nice shot. They kind of need to hope that England can beat Australia just for those two teams to basically have a shot of making it in. And that's due, well, it's down due to the weather, I guess. And it is also due to the fact that they have lost a game apiece. So that's another good shot. We're finding the gaps here now, boys. We are finding the gaps here now. And I keep getting... oh, we'll come back for 3. You know what? We'll come back for 3. Why not? I keep getting all these messages. I'm not even sure who they're from. But it's a good over off Yasser Shah so far. We do need 58 off 37, so it's not out of the ballpark just yet. But we are 5 wickets down, which is a bit of a concern. And we really don't want to be going down, it must be said, to the lower order guys. I guess to be counting on them to get us through. So really I want myself and Rizwan to get the job done. There is still 6 overs left to go. And there's plenty of batting. I mean, we have plenty of batting between us. A lot of spin coming too, and that's not what I want. I didn't want to see my batting partner go. So we're going to have to play a huge role here to see the side home. Look at how big... buddy, Ifran is there at kind of like a mid-wicket, I guess you would say. The dude's just... I mean, he looks little there, but you go and play it out that way, and the guy's an absolute freak. He's massive. Oh, I should have left that. It would have been wide. It would have been wide. Why did I not leave it? That's all right. We still managed to pick up a run, so that's good. We're picking up runs. We're not playing out dot balls, which is good. That's what we want to see. And, oh my God, I honestly don't know what to do here. I think I'm just going to try and take this into the last over. And see from there what we can do. So I just have fielders in really awkward positions. Like everywhere, my strong areas they have players in, which is obviously over cover and down the ground. That's where the men out on the fence are. Deep fine leg. I just need something quite wide that I can look to try and cut away and carve it back with a point. Just like that. That was the ball, but we just got it a little bit too square. We needed it finer to head down more towards that third man boundary, because that's where there is a gap. But we have gone and picked ourselves up a 4, so we'll definitely take that. That's good. What are you doing? Run, Cliff, run! I don't know how that's a poor shot. I thought that was actually quite a nice shot. But we grabbed 9 off the over, which is just under the asking rate. We do need 10. 3 overs left to go. 4 wickets left in the bag. And we do have the strike, so 33 needed. This is really going to go down to the wire. And I think it is quite good. United do have a lot of spinners in their side, which is probably going to suit me quite well, because I do prefer playing the spin rather than the pace bowlers. So I'm just hoping that is exactly what I want from my guy down the other end. He is going to be the risk taker. We are going to bat through to the end. He's hit a 4 and a 6. Oh, nice. Another single. We'll keep the strike. It's a good over. 13 coming from it. Whew, this game is going to go down to the wire. This is definitely going down to the last ball. I'm excited. I'm really pumped. I'm really, really pumped. We've got Ajmal coming in, bowling his last. Oh, mid-wicket. Just put it on the pads, Ajmal, please. Please and thank you. It wasn't quite on the pads the way we would have liked, but there is a huge gap out there, and I'm not going to take that for granted. That is where the balls are likely to hit. There's only 3 players on the leg side. That guy at long off, and then there are 2 guys behind the wicket. That one there we have to try and pump through the offside, but that's all right. We picked up that 4 first ball, so that's good. We've got the boundary. We can move on now. Hopefully, Chewings. I don't even know where Chewings is from. Hopefully, oh, what are you? No, Chewings. No, you played out a maiden in that last over. Oh no, this is not good. Oh no, get back, get back. No, I wanted to keep the strike. I need the strike back. I need the strike back, and I don't think I'm going to get it. No! You've got to be kidding me! I should have taken the 2 or just not taken the run. Chewings has cost us at the end there, boys. 27 off just 20 deliveries. We take 2 for 18. How is he the man of the match ahead of us? And we scored 30 not out off 22. We were the second top scorer, second top wicket taker, but Lahore are out of the Pakistan Super League. We started off so well. I think we won 4 on the trot, and then we've lost 5 in a row. That is absolutely unbelievable. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap things up here. Hope you've enjoyed this series and enjoyed this tournament. If you have, remember to leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. I'm going to go grab myself some L&P and some Whittaker's chocolate. Chuck on my All Blacks jersey, or my Crusaders jersey, because they're playing the Lions tomorrow night. Until next time, ka kite anoa. See you soon.